I am not subscribed to Ghost Gum.
Game journalism is bad. Water is wet.
Please help me.
Imagine spending your whole life being raised by your wonderful parents, and when it's time to finally leave the nest, get into the real world, go out on your own, you take that opportunity and become a games journalist. Why are game journalists so despised? Well, maybe despised is the wrong word. The right word might be hilarious. Well, let's say you were to ask a journalist today, what makes a good journalist? I'd say a good few words would be integrity, honesty, and hard work.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Nowadays, these words seem to be the antithesis of game journalism, or just fucking journalism in general.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, they're simulated violence.
It's a criminal simulator, a murder simulator.
Yeah,
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick.
Game journalism is the perfect example of a potentially cool job getting corrupted with absolute morons. These fools then get the most attention because they're so dumb, people gawk at them and share them. Hence more clicks on their dumbass article, more money the article makes via ads. Why would you even be a respectable game journalist these days, when if you become a hot take vomiting baby, you'll become much more successful? Alright, it's time for an experiment. What article grabs your attention more? Some generic article written by a normal person about some game, and maybe some mechanics in the game, or some rage-inducing article like this? Which makes you think, do these people really believe this stuff? Well, the one and only thing I've learned from Twitter is that people really believe anything. No matter how crazy the theory is, there is a 100% chance at least one person believes it.
Is Undyne's true identity Pope Francis? All the proof points to yes!
Not to say every game journalist believes everything they're writing, but I'm sure a lot of them do. Now you say, Mr. Gum, this seems like low-hanging fruit. And yes, nitpicking stupid articles is low-hanging fruit, but they're just too funny, goddammit. Tell me that a journalist mishearing a disability slur in the Smash Ultimate trailer isn't the funniest shit you've heard. Or a journalist complaining that Chun-Li wasn't in the Mortal Kombat movie, only to realize that Chun-Li isn't from Mortal Kombat. She's from Street Fighter. Problems that could have been fixed with a Google search. Either Kotaku has the quality control of the 3 AM challenge channel, or they don't care. Because you could have fact-checked these things through Siri without even lifting a finger.
Be calling Sari, and not only will I be calling Sari, but I will be calling Cortana,
rendering these articles completely pointless. It shows the laziness that goes into a lot of these pieces. Like, while writing this, you couldn't have just once looked up the lyrics to the song, or just not even double check, just check once that Chun-Li doesn't exist in the Mortal Kombat universe. Like, literally the first fucking sentence of Google. I'm sorry, that was a big rant, I'll stop. If that doesn't discredit a profession, I don't know what will. The biggest problem that plagues game journalism is the same problem I see plaguing sports media. They're competing with shit posters who live out of their rooms. Now let me tell you, if you're going up against any shit posters in any sort of competition, you're gonna lose. When you're watching somebody like the Act Man, Nakey Jakey, or Dunkey, it feels authentic, you know? They aren't muzzled by corporate standards. You know, they probably weren't scavenging for something relevant that they could crank out in a day when they made their video. It comes from a place of passion, is what I'm trying to get at. Whereas Joe Schmo from Kotaku has to pick his words very gently, making sure he doesn't offend anybody. No profanity, of course, sounding like a goddamn robot. How do you even distinguish different writers on Kotaku based on their writing style? Your average independent YouTuber can get on camera and say, fuck this game, and explain why they don't like a game in their own style and character. It feels so much more authentic, which is a trait I see a lot of people appreciate nowadays. A human side to them, if you will. Gaming journalists need to talk about the most relevant games at the time to stay relevant. It's either that or write some clickbait, anger-inducing article.
Mommy milkers, big mommy milkers, big huge milkers, and huge big milkies.
Bonus points if you're the first one to write an article. It doesn't matter how good the article is. In fact, in regards to a website like Kotaku, it seems they almost incentivize writing shitty articles, judging by the amount of garbage they put out. The problem is, when you have lots of writers who work on a website, there's only so many articles you can pump out about something before you start getting some crap. Side tangent. Most gamers don't give a rat's ass about politics. And the ones that do care about politics are not going to go to fucking Polygon to get their political fix. It's almost like people go to gaming news outlets to hear news about video games. What a thought. Remember the guy who wrote the PlayStation 5 review and just threw in this random rant about how awful the world is and how he's kept up at night with the awful stuff he reads online? Like, what? Literally, what the fuck is wrong with you? Hey everybody, well, imagine this, picture this. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss whether you should buy a PlayStation 5. But first, let's give some backstory about the state of our country. The core problem with being a game journalist these days, it seems you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can write some poorly researched, lazy, rushed article that gets shared around everywhere because of how awful it is. Or write a well-researched article that most people aren't going to care about. There isn't really much incentive to write a good article because they get nowhere near the amount of attention that the terrible ones do. Excluding doing it for passion, I don't really see why you would do this. If you really wanted to write a think piece on video games and want people to listen to you, why not just post it on YouTube? There are some amazing video game channels out there that are informative and appeal way more than an article on Polygon. I don't even understand why game journalism is a thing anymore. What's the point when you have so many better alternatives? Why would anybody waste their time hearing about what some random writer has to say about Ghost of Tsushima when they can go watch Angry Joe, a voice they're familiar with and trust, give his opinion on it? Or hell, you can go to YouTube or Twitch and watch somebody play the game yourself and judge if the game is good or not. Are you gonna like this game? I don't know, just watch. Yes, you could read about City Skylines or Hearts of Iron, or you could come by my stream at twitch.tv/ghostgumlive and watch actual gameplay of City Skylines or Hearts of Iron.
Fine, I guess you are my little pog champ. Come here.
It's like disregarding nostalgia. Why would anybody go to a Blockbuster to rent a movie when you can just watch it from the comfort of your own home on Netflix, or hell, just rent it on demand? It's no surprise that these outlets have pivoted from being gaming outlets to just entertainment outlets, because they're dying. And honestly, I don't think anybody cares. You ever hear the term, a few bad apples spoil the bunch? Well, in terms of game journalism, it's the equivalent of one good apple covered in 3 tons of shit next to a barrel of freshly picked apples. Who would dig through a mountain of shit just to find one good apple when you can go pick an apple of your choice right next to it? It's the equivalent of going to a site like Kotaku when you can just go to YouTube or Twitch. But listen, I don't want to shit over anyone who's a game journalist. It may be a dying medium, but they are people after all. I know there are a lot of great journalists out there who are genuinely passionate about the stuff they write about, and to those people, this video doesn't really apply to. It's for people who compare BioShock Infinite to Trump's America and write an article about this. Or debating the moral righteousness of Resident Evil, how it doesn't let you play as the type of hero you want. Who the fuck cares? And that's kind of where I end this video. Like I said, there are people who are genuinely passionate about what they're writing about, and they're doing a really good job. I just don't think any of them are employed by Kotaku. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Shout out to my Patreons on screen. Also, I have a Twitch channel. I stream there a couple times a week. If you want to go check that out, twitch.tv/ghostgumlive. There's also a link in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon too, get your name in the credits, get access to some exclusive videos. That'll be in the description too. Also follow my Twitter if you want. I got some other videos on this channel if you're interested in that, and be sure to subscribe. There's also a Discord down below too. So if any of that interests you, go check it out. Peace.